To master Kasumi Ninja, and to defeat the evil ninja Gyaku, you need razor-sharp reflexes, superior strength, and a really good cheat sheet with all the death moves.
Kasumi Ninja, only on the 64-bit Jaguar.
Entering the combat zone.
The 1990s was arguably the greatest decade for fighting video games. There have been so many amazing fighting video games. Art of Fighting, The King of Fighters, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Samurai Showdown, Killer Instinct, Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men. But now it's time for me to talk about the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the Jaguar. Kasumi Ninja. I like this game. I think it gets a little too much hate. So I'm going to try to defend it. In doing so, allow me to begin by combating the complaints about Kasumi Ninja. So Kasumi Ninja's most common complaint is that it's a Mortal Kombat clone or ripoff. This is not entirely true, but it's definitely a fair comparison. Mortal Kombat first came out in 1992, and 2 years later came Kasumi Ninja, which is not that long after the first game came out. But if Kasumi Ninja came out first, then everybody would say that Mortal Kombat is a ripoff of Kasumi Ninja. I'm not going to say that Kasumi Ninja is cooler than Mortal Kombat, but I will make the claim that Kasumi Ninja is just as cool as Mortal Kombat. And even though Mortal Kombat has better gameplay, I don't honestly think it's that much better than Kasumi Ninja's gameplay. So let's dive into the gameplay. The controls are kinda awkward and a little stiff, and take some time to get used to. Just like how Mortal Kombat's gameplay is awkward and stiff. But it's okay for Mortal Kombat to do that, but not Kasumi Ninja. People have double standards, and this is one example of many. I personally have never been a fan of Mortal Kombat's gameplay, but with some practice, I can have fun with the game. The same can be said for Kasumi Ninja. Maybe people feel the controls in this game are harder to master because of the Atari Jaguar controller. But even still, the Jag's controller is still playable. With only 3 buttons to press, all next to each other, it really isn't a big deal. Another complaint about this game is the stereotypes the characters have. I do find them more silly and amusing than offensive, which in turn makes them charming for me. So people are offended and are distracted by the stereotypes in Kasumi Ninja. But the stereotypes in Street Fighter 2 are totally okay and are not offensive. Again, just like my first example, it's okay for Street Fighter to do it, but not Kasumi Ninja. Addressing a third complaint about Kasumi Ninja is people thinking that it's lame and lazy for them to just make a color swap for the ninja characters of Habaki and Senzo. Yet Mortal Kombat does the same exact thing with Sub-Zero and Scorpion. So again, it's okay and cool for Mortal Kombat to do it, but not Kasumi Ninja. The double standards are just flying through the air with the reviews of this game. Let's talk about another complaint in this game, the character select screen. People think it's awkward or shitty looking or annoying or unnecessary. I think it's pretty cool. And it's a neat way to show off the Jaguar's graphical power. It's a little awkward at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty awesome. I think it could look a little better, but I still think it's really cool. It's like a dungeon, it's mysterious, it's creepy. It's as if you discovered a secret hidden temple, and the only way to escape is to defeat all these extremely tough warriors. And I don't understand this complaint about it being unnecessary, but I guess it just depends on your mood. The game is inviting you to hang for a while and explore the lore and the mystery of the world of Kasumi Ninja, and most people just slap it in the face for it. If you want a fighting game that just lets you pick a character as fast as possible and get into the action right away, then this isn't for you. I think that fighting game fans are just so used to quickly picking up a character at the arcade with friends and getting into the action right away. But this is a fighting game that's a console exclusive. Kasumi Ninja was never released into the arcades. So the hub character select screen acts as a kind of platformer-esque addition to the experience. And I think it's very innovative and interesting. It's a very cool plus that I feel the game offers. Here on the Character Select Hub World screen, after you defeat any enemy, if you look behind the skeleton statue, that's got this creepy, face here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Did anyone else ever notice this playing Kasumi Ninja? I've never seen a video that ever mentions this. No one ever talks about this. And you only see that face there when you defeat an opponent. When they're dead now, they're a skeleton. Does that mean that their spirit is now trapped inside the wall? That now they're part of the ether? You see, the doors are behind each of the statues, right? Anytime you defeat any opponent with the skeleton there, you'll see this creepy face that, if I remember correctly, this image is a real image from ancient Egypt or something. I forget where. It's in one of those kind of places. Pretty cool, huh? Very creepy. The Atari Jaguar is a super creepy game console. And that's one of the things that makes it appealing, quite honestly, is that spooky factor it has. And right here is what I'm talking about. Someone should make a dating profile on OkCupid and put this as the face of your dating profile. How about that? Behold, the box for Kasumi Ninja. The box art for the game is immaculate and so badass. It's one of the coolest video game box art I've ever seen. So as you play the game, you'll get to know all the characters, due to the fact that you can switch between them in between the matches. So eventually you'll recognize all the characters on the box. But you might be wondering, what about the Black Ninja? Well, actually, he's the final boss, Lord Gaiku. I love the mystery they created in building up his character. You only hear of him through the text of the game story, and can only see him on the front cover. But the only way to see him in the game is by getting to the end of the game. Very cool stuff. I love the way he appears on the front cover. Bigger than everyone, towering above them, and looking down on them. If this game was successful, then Lord Gaku could have been known as one of the greatest video game villains of the 1990s.